Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, Reform had a big... What the hell was that? Fat elbows, I just knocked something off my chair. Where was I? Reform had a big conference today. And they were talking about all sorts of things. But it was mainly about women and crime. This month, they're making August their crime month. And they're going around the country and they're doing various conversations with people, conventions, getting the press releases and so forth. And today it was the turn of crime and women. And they were saying that Britain is no longer a safe place for women and girls because of the government and the previous government's insistence on bringing in illegal immigrants. Dame Andrea Jenkins, Sarah Pochin, Linda Kemkaran and Layla Cunningham, who were the four main guests at this conference today, all warned of the influx of fighting-age Muslim men and was putting people at risk. Reform UK MP Sarah Pochin said illegal immigrants from predominantly Muslim countries put women at risk of sexual assault. Her words, not mine, just in case the police want to come knocking on my door. Don't, I'm only reporting it. The MP for Runcorn, it's very sad that I have to say that, isn't it? But that's how it is. Reform UK, I've literally just done that bit. The MP for Reform and... words! I tell you what, it's one of those days where it's just so hot, my brain's overheating, so I'll just take a breath and start that one again. The MP for Runcorn and Helsby drew attention to asylum seekers arriving on small boats, who were originally from Afghanistan. Oh, coming on by boat, are they? That's unusual. Normally the government fly them in. First class, £500,000 a month. Give them a house near a school, usually. Ms Pochin said, the inconvenient truth for the left is that the culture of men from predominantly Muslim countries like Afghanistan is one that holds a medieval view of women's rights. It's fundamentally alien to the centuries of progress made by our own Western culture and attitudes. And I'm going to say it, our culture is better. And if you think that their culture is better, please go and live in their culture. And then come back, if you can, and tell me. She continued, women are at risk of sexual assault and rape from these men. Hundreds of young men who arrive in this country, housed in our communities, who undoubtedly become sexually frustrated, have a warped view of their right to sexually assault women. She claimed that of 1,500 sexual assault victims in 2024, a full quarter of them were committed by foreign nationals. Bada bing. And she's right. She said Afghan men are 3 times more likely to be convicted of a sexual offence than someone born in the UK and represent the largest group of migrants who commit sexual violence against women. And yet we know that at least 18,000 were covertly led into this country. I believe it's nearer 28,000, but never mind. Were covertly led into this country by the last government with no security vetting and where they put a super injunction in place so that we can't talk about it because of their being ashamed of it, I presume. Then she went on to say that Reform are going to reverse this, do that, and then a whole raft of measures, a whole rubber boat of measures, perhaps, to reverse it and send them home. And all the other women have said much the same thing. Thousands of undocumented men who've come from countries where violence is the norm and women are not even second-class citizens. They're saying that it's placing women and girls in grave danger and that the current government are doing nothing to protect them. And you know what? They're right. They are absolutely right. And every single day we get another boatload of potential child rapists coming in. And we know that because we see how the courts are dealing with them on a daily basis. Another one. And we see the reaction on the streets in Epping, in York, in Southport, everywhere. Wherever there's a migrant hotel at the moment, there's a crowd outside because the people of this country are righteously angry. They're not actually even angry at the immigrants. Their main reason they're angry is that they've had governments, successive governments, who are doing nothing about it. Those immigrants wouldn't be here if we had governments that protected our border. Now, when you're even getting legal immigrants standing there, the ones that have come here, gone through all the hoops, paying their taxes, obeying our laws, joining in, enjoying the benefits of being in Britain, they're standing with them going, we want the illegals out. I'm not against immigration. I'm all for it. If you're getting the right people, the people we need, the educated, the entrepreneurs, the investors, those who with relevant skills that we need. Someone who can come here, work hard, build, pay tax. What we don't want is unemployed and unemployable third worlders who view us with hatred, see our women and girls as targets, and who will do nothing but suck the blood off this country. There's two types of immigrant, aren't there? Which one do you like? Now, we know the ones the government like because they keep bringing them in. And Britain is full. We can't, to be honest, even take in legal migrants anymore. We're running out of resources. Water. We're running out of water, for God's sake. Nobody wants to build reservoirs. Certainly we're running out of healthcare, of schools, and certainly housing. Even the government admitted they could build a million houses over the next 5 years. They'd all be filled up with immigrants because there's more immigrants coming in than houses being built. That's the government admitting that. And these are the immigrants that are coming in legally. God help us. This country is finished because nobody's got the balls to say, let's close the channel down. Let's stop the illegals coming in. Let's arrest the illegals that are here and send them home. Nobody's got the balls for that. What a sad world we live in. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks very much. Bye.